Hi Aquarius, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your August 2024 monthly tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies of the month of August. Now, Aquarius, I will tell you this is a big month in the astrology. I do feel like I say that every month, but August, definitely, I am comparing back to April because we are having some huge events happening here. And this is really the start of a very tumultuous fall. I will tell you that June, July were kind of like the lull here in the year. And here in August, we will have your full moon. We will have a Leo new moon. We also have Mercury retrograding in the signs of Virgo and Leo. We also have some really big energy as we are moving through the month. A lot of squares. We do have a Venus and Uranus square at the beginning of the month. We also move into a lot of energy around just kind of like more communications not going in the way people want during the month, especially with Jupiter in Gemini. Some of those placements with Saturn in Pisces as well as Neptune in Pisces. And I will tell you, Aquarius, this is a month that's going to affect you big time because of your Aquarius full moon, but also because of the Leo sun and because of all the fixed energy with Uranus and Taurus. So just know, be really patient with people as you move through the month, and know that we are building up to Pluto entering Capricorn on September 1st. That is going to be a big shift for you all since Pluto has been in your sign since the beginning of the year. So know that this is the last dip back into the sign of Capricorn until November 19th. And then it moves back into your sign of Aquarius for about 20 years. So really big time. All right, Aquarius, if you haven't already subscribed, I would love if you would. Let's go week by week. Look at that. You start off with your own card coming into the month of August. So I already told you, big month for you, Aquarius. So good to see that. Whew, and the Five of Wands. So I also told you lots going on with people, communication. So know that that group dynamic is live and well that first week of August. Second week of August, you do have the Ten of Wands. Five of Pentacles also comes into the scene. So Five of Wands and Five of Pentacles on the ground here. Seven of Wands in reverse by the time you get to the third week of the month, as well as the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Last week of the month finds you with the Judgment card, Major Arcana. And lastly, the Two of Cups in the reverse. All right, so let's go ahead and pull a card that is going to represent the energy that you brought out of the month of July. And I do think for some of you all, Aquarius, July was a month that you were getting a lot done, but then a lot was happening around you. And I do think that as we move into this month, really be prepared for some of those culminations to come through, especially because we're going to have your full moon here on August 19th. Okay, so let's go ahead and see, Spirit, if you can send Aquarius a card. This is the energy you are bringing into the month, Nine of Wheels. So very similar to the Nine of Pentacles in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. This Nine of Pentacles is symbolizing somewhere in your life you are questioning just your self-worth, your value, what it is that you are contributing, and then what it is that you are not. I do think many of you all, your job, your career, people around you is going to be on your mind this month. And I do think that you're questioning whether or not you're enjoying where you are at in your life and whether you want to pivot in a different direction. That is what I just heard. And I do think that, you know, Aquarius, you all are the sign of community, working with people, but you're also the individual, right? And I do think that many of you all are questioning where you fit into all of that. So I do think that that's going to be a big deal this month. So let's go ahead, ask Spirit to send you an oracle message. Spirit, if you can send my Aquariuses an oracle message for the month of August. And you have Traveler, move in a new direction. Now, Aquarius, I literally just said many of you all are going to be questioning your worth, your self-worth with that Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Move in a different direction is this card of really thinking through whether or not you are on the direction you want to go, if you are on the path that you want to go, if the organization you work with is where you want to remain, if the partner that you're with is who you want to stay with, if the place that you live is the place that you want to stay. There is something here around this Aquarius full moon this month is going to be pivotal for you all. And like I said, so much fixed energy going on. I do think by the time you are moving into September, I do think many of you all are going to be moving in a different path. And I do think that that's really important, Aquarius, because I think it's easy, especially when you're a fixed sign, to want to stay in one place. And Spirit is telling you there could be some endings here. That star card, Five of Wands, definitely you against the group, or you working with the group. Okay, I do think Ten of Wands, Five of Pentacles, something could be coming to an end here. There could be something around your finances that you're like, you know what, this job isn't for me. I've worn out my welcome here, or I don't feel like it's going as far as I was hoping. And I do think by the time you get to this third and fourth week, many of you all are working against the grain. I just heard it feels like you all are putting in so much energy and possibly not getting the benefit out of it. And by the time you get to this Ace of Pentacles and Judgment and Two of Cups, somewhere around here you are trying to make a decision. You are trying to figure out about maybe a job offer, or possibly someone comes to you offering you something that you need to really think through. I think that this is going to be this month of you really figuring out where it is your place in this world, Aquarius, and then figuring out how to pivot in September. I do not think this is the month for pivoting. I think this is the month for getting clear on what you want. And this first week of August, when we do have quite a bit going on that first week, we have Venus entering Virgo on the 4th, a Leo new moon on the 4th, that Venus and Uranus square on the 2nd, and then Mercury retrograde begins in Virgo on the 5th. This week, really keep in mind, where is it that you want to go? Okay, it's not necessarily about where you are, and I think that that's really big for you all, especially with that Traveler card. Remember, it's about forward moving direction. Some of you are having some type of strife, or possibly maybe just talking out with colleagues, people around you, how we can all get on the same page. And I do think that Star card coming in is going to help you all be able to get on the same page, which is really nice to see. That Star card isn't combative. It's more like, hey, you know, we really haven't been working that great together. Let's come up with a plan that we can do better. And I think that Leo new moon is a great energy to really launch that, really working together, having the courage to speak up and say something. I think that's really big. So by the time we move on to week 2, this is where we have Mars conjunct Jupiter in Gemini on the 14th. We will have Mercury retrograde entering Leo on the 14th. And then we will have the Sun conjunct Mercury in Leo on the 18th. So we are building up here to some stressful days. I will be very honest with you. I think that many of you are like, I can't take this anymore. This is too much at work. This is too much at home. This is too much in my community. Something feels like it's coming to a head with that Ten of Wands. Like you are just burned out. And I do think this Five of Pentacles really is going to have you question whether or not you're financially where you want to be. I do think many of you all are like, you know what? I might need to start looking for something else on the side while I'm still at this current job. I do think that many of you are going to be using August for figuring out how to either work with these people or pivot away from these people. And I do think by the time you get to that third week, August 19th is going to be a huge day, the build up to August 19th and even days following. I will tell you, August 19th is your Aquarius full moon. Don't be surprised if during this 2-week lunation cycle, you all have some realizations. Some of you around your money, some of you around how hard you have been working, possibly feeling like you've been doing a lot on your own. I do think that's going to start being relieved a little, especially since this is in reverse. But August 19th also has Jupiter in Gemini squaring Saturn and Pisces. We also have Sun in Leo squaring Uranus in Taurus. This is heated job themes. This is a lot of fixed energy themes, okay? So don't be surprised if once you get to your full moon, you are like really tired, or you are like, okay, I've had enough. Just know this energy will pass, okay? I do think that by time you end the month, Aquarius, many of you are having to make a judgment. You're having to come together with possibly another party or another person, entity. Many of you, I think, are also in talks with a job situation. Maybe you are interviewing someone, or maybe you are trying to look for something else. You will have to come to a decision, and it may not be the easiest by the time you get to the end of the month. The good thing, though, is by the time we get to that last week of the month, we have Mercury retrograde ending on the 28th. We have the Sun entering Virgo on the 22nd. Venus enters Libra on the 29th. And then once we move into September, Uranus retrograde begins in Taurus on the 1st, as well as Pluto enters Capricorn on the 1st. So lots going on, Aquarius. I do think this is going to be an interesting month for everyone. I have been telling some of the other signs, even if you do not watch this video until September, October, it does not matter when you receive the information. You can always look back. I always tell people, when important events are happening in your life, journal it, write it down, put it down into something where you can kind of look back and see how these energies have been moving through. This month is going to be huge for you with your Aquarius full moon. Pay attention what comes out during that time. That traveler move in a new direction is reminding you it's time, Aquarius, to really figure out if you are moving in the direction you want to go. So I hope this was helpful for you. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series. If you haven't subscribed, I would love if you would. Talk to you later.